Okay, good afternoon, everyone. It's great to see some familiar faces and have the opportunity to talk today. So what I'd like to go over is just a little bit of an overview of who we are at Viavi and what we do, for those who aren't familiar, and then talk about some of the areas that I think we could potentially collaborate on within the space for open networks. So in terms of kind of Viavi, we're a test and measurement vendor. But we have a view that spans the whole end-to-end network lifecycle. So we look at stages all the way from the early parts of validation in the lab, and then all the way through to the field, which is something that we hear termed quite often. But you can see in these three stages how we structure that with our approach to our solutions that we provide. The first step on the left-hand side, the validation and the lab-based aspects. So probably something that we're quite well known for is UE emulation, the ability to provide emulation for thousands of UEs in a lab environment to test GNOME hardware. This has since spanned out into Open RAN, ORAN type testing as well, and we have a strong leadership in the ORAN Alliance in areas for test and integration, next generation research, interoperability test, and near real-time RIC as well. So we have a lot of leadership there, and we do a lot of functionality tests for the different parts of the ORAN ecosystem. But then moving into the test and verification, so we move towards the field, we also provide solutions to address things like truck rolls and costs in the deployments. So providing technicians with a means to actually provide an emulated DU to test an RU in the field, reduce the need to climb the mast and these kind of things. And then once we move through to having a fully deployed network, the operation and maintenance aspects, actually being able to take analytics data and metrics from the network, not only to look for faults, but to provide intelligence and leverage things like the RIC to actually enable new areas there through means of emulating data for testing for solutions in a digital twin environment, and then applying intelligence through AI and ML in a live deployment. And all of these can work through a cloud native type solution as well. So this is just a slightly different perspective, thinned out of what I've described. So you can see the kind of the three phases here and how that might span into types of areas of industry that we would work with, from research to vendors to service providers, and where they would fit across that timeline. And in summary, I think what we're looking for is opportunities to collaborate on these areas with relation to Open RAN and the Open Networks Initiative. I think we've got capabilities that span both those high density demand scenarios and the abilities to also contribute to XApp and RApp development, providing a RIC test platform, which we can effectively create a sandbox that provides emulated RAM measurements and allows that development before deployment of XApp applications. And yeah, as I mentioned, also we have a lot of leadership in ORAN Alliance, so participation in PlugFest is one way that's a great means to collaborate on demonstrating these kind of proof of concepts. I think network energy saving is a key one as well that we've been exploring recently, that's obviously very relevant right now. So that's all from me. Thank you for your attention, and yeah, please feel free to reach out if you have any questions.